We have incredible facilities. I mean, this is an enormous toy, a marvellous playground. I think that's what makes this place unique. It's just this wonderful sense of anything is possible.
We have a huge workshop, we have a huge wardrobe, huge props. It's just extraordinary, and the lighting and sound equipment is amazing.
The people who design the sets, they all just do it for fun. And I don't know how they produce so much brilliance. I mean, it's a play, it's a production, it's a spectacle. It needs everything. It needs good script writing in the first place. It needs good direction, it needs good casting, it needs good lighting, it needs good sound, it needs good set design. And it's only when you can get all of those things together that you can create a truly brilliant performance. And at Questors, those things come together so naturally and so brilliantly because everybody here is just doing it out of love.
But I think we're probably anywhere as good as anything you see in the West End. When we're good, we're really good. Very good.
Director's job is never done. We have 5 sets, and we have a thrust stage here in Questors.
We have, for one, the thrust stage, which allows us so much more versatility than you would ever get on a cross arch stage, on a flat stage.
And changing, you know, we have a beach scene, we have a village shop, we have various other sets, and it's very difficult to change a complete set from one set to another without having great cumbersome, you know, movings about.
We have a beach on the stage. That's not a kind of thing you get in a lot of places.
So we've gone in the end for a multiple set where we specific areas are for different places. So that was quite a difficulty.
I'm always in admiration of the people who are actually off stage because they make it all happen.
Will we come off? Anyway, right, okay, the objective, if those of you, some of you might not have seen the drawing, that's what we're attempting to do. There isn't
Except that the counter comes in.
Except the counter comes in and all the rest of it, but we won't get that far today. Maybe we'll make that at some point in the coming days. So yes, so we're trying to construct a essentially 5 location, well 4.5 location set. So the aim today is, as you can see with my students on Thursday, we've sort of made a good start. We've got the basic stage form in. Usually on a Sunday, people would still be heaving bits of steel deck around at this time in the morning, so we're quite lucky in that we are ahead, but hopefully by the end of the day we'll still be ahead.
2, 3,
so
4 sets.
The things that need doing today is Toby's just cutting some strips of plywood which will be nailed to the fronts of all these open blocks to make them look nice and solid. That will be a job that some of you can do once he's chopped all the bits off. Yeah, most you can cope with that. Yeah. I've started getting the flats in on the stage right side there. Most of the actual basic flats have been brought out. They're lurking somewhere in the theatre space, but yeah. We've got the 2 large flats upstage, which probably need to be taken back into the workshop, but we'll hold fire on that until we know what the ground row looks like at the back.
We have such amazing support and facilities and beautiful theatre here. We are so much at the forefront, I think, of amateur theatre. We are, you know, virtually professional, and the amount of work and time we spend preparing a play. I have friends who work in amateur theatre elsewhere, and they might have 2 rehearsals a week, you know, and we work 4 nights a week and most of Sunday for 8 weeks, and you know, that's a huge commitment, and that's what makes Questors special. You know, it's a very professional attitude.
What makes Questors special is it's very, very open. It's very welcoming of new people. I mean, I meet new people here all the time, and I know people who've been here for 30, 40 more years. It caters to all age groups. I started coming here when I was 10. I'm 26 now, and I haven't lived yet. I keep coming back for my sins, but it's so much easier to get into than you might think. It seems like it'd be a big deal and perhaps a struggle, or I don't know anything about acting or putting on plays. Neither does anybody else till you start. Nobody knows anything about anything till you give it a try. And
the other thing there are lots of practical difficulties, you know, with eggs, and I won't go any further. But he poses quite a lot of problems for a production to deal with, the dear boy. So we've had to think of, you know, interesting ways of dealing with it. It's tested us.
In terms of the actual productions that are put on, especially in the Playhouse, I have seen better staging in almost every production I've ever seen in the Playhouse at Questors than I ever have for any production I've ever seen in the West End. Ever.
I think what makes Questors really good and Questors really appealing is that everybody here is here because they just love theatre. And if you come to a show here, you know that everybody has given it absolutely everything. That goes from everybody who's acting, everybody who's directing, everyone from behind the scenes. They're giving their time and effort because they just love theatre.
It's the whole package. I mean, I live 55 miles away and I do over 100 miles each rehearsal and each show because it's that good. There's nowhere else like it. And people keep saying to me, why don't you join a theatre near you? Because I say, there is nowhere else like Questors. It's unique, it's very, very special. Wonderful facilities, it's a lovely theatre in a great location and very, very talented people.
Yeah, there's a genuine passion. You know, people talk about that all the time, but there's a genuine passion for theatre. And it's not just any old passion, it's a very focused passion. It's also, you know, I think you'll see with the Cripple of Inishmaan, the production values and the standards that people have here in terms of not just performance, but also in terms of the production values and the quality of what you get at a very, very competitive price compared to anywhere, you know, stands up against anything.
The community, the collaboration of Questors that really makes it stand out from everywhere else.